Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing my best of perfumes fragrances for 2024. I was thinking a couple different ways to do this, including it in my best of beauty for the year or doing a whole dedicated video. I chose dedicated, and I chose to share with you all the fragrances that I've tried that released this year, and then share with you a couple of the ones that I discovered this year. So I'm ranking all the ones that released in 2024 from my least favorite to most favorite, while sharing with you a couple fragrances that I found over the years. So I thought that was the best way to do it. If you were really curious of a 2024 roundup of fragrance, this is the video for you. I'm going to share with you the best of the best that I think launched this year that I was able to try. Of course, there's a million more that I would have loved to try this year, but I'm going to share with you all the ones that I did and my absolute favorites of 2024. So I hope you like this idea. This is the first time I've ever done a roundup for fragrance at the end of the year. It's something that each year I've been getting more and more into, and I hope in 2025 I do even more fragrance content because it's something that I absolutely love, like makeup. And as I say in all my fragrance videos, I'm not a fragrance expert. I'm just a lover of fragrance. So I describe things in a pretty simple manner of how things smell to me. But I do have my notes, so you know it's going to be a good one. And let's dive into my least favorite fragrance I tried this year. This was the only fragrance I actually didn't like this year of the ones that I tried, and this is the 12th place spot. This is Ariana Grande's Love Notes Pink Woods. I thought I would absolutely love this scent. However, the only note I get in this is the woods part of this scent. I get mainly woody, and I've discovered this year specifically, I don't like a predominantly woody fragrance. So this was a no for me. I like the opening. It's just how this settles on my skin is a no-go just because of that woods. It's the cashmere wood that I get in this. This says it's woody, sweet, and aromatic. I like what I'm smelling right now, but the dry down for me is a no. So this was the only fragrance of this year that I didn't care for. It's not a complete hate, I just don't like the woody note in it. And then of the Sol de Janeiro fragrance mist that launched this year, we have Carioca Crush, which I felt was the best one that they launched. They always do their summer scents, and this one was my personal favorite. So this is a fruity, sweet, fresh scent. Top is pear and lychee, the middle is pink, violet, and praline, and the base is musk and white cedar extract. Even though this was my favorite one, I didn't actually use it that much. My favorite summer fragrance this year would have to have been the Seven Virtues Coconut Sun, and you're gonna see one of the 2024 launches in my ranking of this year. This one I fell in love with for the summer, but it actually launched in 2023. But I did want to give a little shout out to my favorite summer fragrance. This is very specific to summer. It's Coconut Sun, the Seven Virtues. They're a brand that I've personally fallen in love with this year. Vanilla Woods is my absolute favorite from the Seven Virtues. It smells like number 40 from Sol de Janeiro, but in a perfume concentration, so it lasts a bit longer, it's a little bit stronger. So I love Vanilla Woods, but if I were to pick a summer scent for me, it would be this one. So I had to mention it as one that I discovered this year. That was my go-to for summer 2024. All my extra fragrances that I mentioned in passing will also be linked down below, but I'm gonna keep my top 12 separate from those ones that haven't actually launched this year. Now we're going into my top 10. I was considering just keeping this video a top 10, but I wanted to share with you one that I actually didn't like that launched this year. So we have the Okja and Paul Riac's That Girl Viral Vanilla. If you love a heavy hitter, one sprayer, strong, gourmand fragrance that basically combines all the viral vanillas like Bianco Latte, it is in this fragrance. It is so potent. This is one of my top beast mode fragrances that I know one spray is gonna do me for the day. Sometimes this can actually be a little too strong for me, so that's why it's ranked a little lower on my list, only because I don't like something so strong typically. This is nighttime, or if I want something strong and gourmand and I just am feeling that sort of fragrance type, I'll reach for this. This will last me forever just because of how strong it is. And Paul Riac's, with his collabs, he has done such a good job with Okja. And if you've never tried Okja before, they do impressions of designer fragrances. This is unique to Paul Riac's, but basically all the viral vanillas. So absolutely love this one, had to mention it, and it made it into my personal top 10. This one is brand new to me. As of 2 days ago, I think I got this in the mail. It's from The Maker, And I fell in love with this other scent from them that I also got this year, but this didn't release this year. It's called Lover. This one is very fall, very different from what I would reach for. It kind of reminds me of 1969, the fragrance that I also was reaching for the fall, but without the mentholy vibe. This is very fall appropriate, can be day or night for me, but I fell in love with Lover. I think it's one of their best sellers, but this is recent to them. It just launched in December, I think. And this is a gourmand. So if you love gourmand, this is my favorite one that the maker has done, and it's called Dream. So this is a warm and spicy, warm and sweet gourmand, vanilla bourbon, cinnamon butter, and magnolia. Often for me, I don't like a cinnamon scent. There are some exceptions, like Angel Share for me. I love that one. Obviously that didn't launch this year, but this one did, and it is such a good gourmand scent, very potent. I feel like this is another beast mode heavy hitter scent for me. It's not gourmand in the sense of smells too edible, because I don't like going that way either. I like a gourmand that doesn't smell something too literal to eating a cinnamon bun or anything like that. So this is gourmand done right to me. Very elegant gourmand. If you're looking for that kind of scent, I definitely recommend giving it a smell. You can get this at Sephora. The maker is pretty pricey, but definitely one worth checking out if you are a gourmand lover. My number 8 spot is Floral Vanilla done right. So if you love a little bit of floral, but don't want too much, not it to be heavy, and you like vanilla, I would recommend this one. It's Gucci Flora Gorgeous Orchid. It is a vanilla ozonic floral. The top is vanilla, the middle is vanilla orchid, and the base is ozonic notes. This is elegant approachable, is how I would describe it. If you're looking for something floral, but with that vanilla note to it, it really pairs nicely the vanilla orchid for this whole fragrance. Some people were saying they don't smell the vanilla in this, and some people were saying it's too floral. I think it's so beautifully balanced for that floral vanilla. It's just a smooth floral vanilla, very approachable and elegant, as I said, and just something that I find very wearable for either day or night. Good everyday signature scent if you're looking for one. This to me is very feminine. It's floral vanilla done right. So if you're looking for something like that and you like a little bit of floral, I would recommend checking out this one. This next fragrance is one that launched this year from the 7 Virtues. It is Candied Lychee, and I love the rose in this. That's what I get a lot, and it's sweet. This is described as a fresh floral rose. The top is lychee, the middle is peony, and the base is vanilla and crystal amber. I get the freshness of this with floral. The rose is done right, because sometimes I can feel that be a little too overpowering in some fragrances. Often I don't reach for rose too much unless it's traditional rose petal type of rose scent, but this is a candied rose smell. It's really, really pretty. I think if you like floral as well, which I don't often go to floral, but if you do, this is also done right. If you like just a little bit of floral and rose, it's not too overpowering. I get sweetness in it. This says it's best for positive vibes, feeling flirty, and boosting energy. I love everything about the 7 Virtues, and I can totally get their aesthetic to this fragrance and how that can relate to this smell. That was my 7th place spot, but my most used for this year besides Vanilla Woods was the Coconut Sun. I fell in love with that for summer. And then moving into 6th place spot, this was a new flanker from YSL for the Libre fragrance, and this is Flowers and Flames. It's a white floral vanilla citrus. The top is lavender and bergamot. The middle is orange blossom, lavender, coconut, lily, and palm tree, and the base is vanilla. This is a white floral vanilla citrus. I get predominantly lavender in this with vanilla. Again, if you like the floral mixed with vanilla, this is more floral though than Gucci. Gucci, I get more vanilla mixed with the vanilla orchid. This, lavender. If you love lavender, I fell in love with lavender again this year. It's a pretty flanker. I don't find it too different from original Libre in my opinion. My favorite still is Intense, only because it has more of that vanilla as opposed to more of the floral element. But this is still a top fragrance. As you can see, it's in my 6th place spot because I'm a huge fan of the Libre line. But as I said, Intense is my personal favorite. And if I was going to pick a top lavender fragrance, I found this when I went to Target in the US. I'm Canadian if you don't know, so this kind of hard for me to get, so I'm very happy to have it, but you can see how much I've used. This is the Being Frenchy Lavender Cloud. It's a hair, body, and linen mist, and this is what I spray all my furniture, my linens. This is around my house. So when you come into my house, I often have this sprayed on pretty much everything because I love this lavender scent. It's very calming and just very homey. So I love this. I don't wear it on me, though I wouldn't be opposed. It's just my home scent now. So this is a lavender that I fell in love with this year that I wanted to mention just because it's been a top fragrance just for my home. Fifth place spot is from Letta. They are one of my favorite fragrance companies at the moment. I still haven't tried the bourbon one, but I think it's lost in Canada Post. So we will see if that ever comes, but I want to give you guys my opinion on that, obviously, but this also launched in 2024. This is 14 Isla Coco, and this is a citrus sweet coconut scent. The top is mandarin, lemon, and calamansi. The middle is lang lang, jasmine sambanc, and fig, and the base is black tea, coconut milk, and cedarwood. If you're familiar with the Valentino Born in Roma line, I feel like this would be a flanker for that. That's kind of the vibes I get. Also, really good for summer, not a traditional sunscreen scent, though I wasn't reaching for this as much as Coconut Sun, but this is not your typical, I want to say, summer scent. This one just screams summer. This one I feel like I could wear year-round almost, even though it is quite summer appropriate, but it doesn't scream sunscreen or too much coconut or too summery, but it's so pleasant to wear and light for the summer. It just is a really good option, I feel, for those who want something different for the summer. But this one doesn't look like it was used because I had my travel with me. I brought it everywhere and I used up my travel for the Isla Coco. So that was one that I kept in my beach bag actually. And then Coconut Sun was my go-to just at home. So that was a great summer fragrance if you're looking for one, though I feel like can go into different seasons. Probably wouldn't reach for it so much right now, but it definitely can be your everyday scent, that one. Number 4, I was actually shocked that it said it launched in 2024 because I felt like this would have launched last year, but on Fragrantica it said 2024, so hopefully it's right there because that's where I get all my fragrance info. My 4th place spot is Kylie Cosmetics Cosmic. People say that this is a basic fragrance and someone judged me for loving this as much as I do, but I love this scent so much. It's a top scent for me. I use this all the time. Shockingly, because this is described as a powdery musky amber vanilla. Typically, I don't go powdery, but this is powdery musk done right. I love a musky scent, and if you add some vanilla in there, sign me up. I'm all about that. The top is Star Jasmine, Blood Orange. The middle is amber, red peony, and the base is musk, vanilla, and cedar. If you like a musky scent like I do, one of my favorite kinds of scents to wear daily is something musky. I'm all for it. Then you would love this. I always say that this is described as cosmic, but I feel like it's more earthly. It's very inviting and homey and down to earth. I guess I don't get cosmic. I feel like I would pull different notes if I named something cosmic. The Alien perfume, totally proper name for it. That's kind of what I was expecting when I was gonna smell cosmic, is something like Alien, just something different and out there. This feels very safe to me. I feel like we've probably seen this before too, but with that being said, it's everything I want to see. So it's a really good fragrance. I think the bottle is super cool too. It's just different. So I love that one personally. Top 4 scent. We have a new fragrance I haven't even talked about on my channel. This recently I ordered, and by the description of it, I thought I would absolutely love it, and I didn't think it would be what it was, and I like it even more than what my brain thought this would be. This is new from the Clean fragrance range, which Clean Skin, which I'll also link below, is my top fragrance of all time. My number 1 fragrance is from this brand. The reason why I love this new one, which is called Whipped Cherry, is because I feel like it actually has the DNA of Clean Reserve Skin in it, but mixed with the whipped cherry, the creaminess of this one. So it kind of changes it slightly, but I don't find it too overpowering in the cherry, because there's some cherry scents on the market that I feel like are too cough syrup or too potent. In the cherry, it just screams cherry. This one's not screaming at you. This is a very lightly done cherry, which I appreciate. It's more so whipped in. Let me tell you the notes before I get carried away with this one, because I did fall in love with it first smell. This is a sweet floral cherry. The top is cherry, coconut water, and pineapple. The middle is apple blossom, almond blossom, and mimosa. And the base is cherry, praline, vanilla, whipped cream, and cedar. It also gives Ariana Grande cloud vibes to me too. If you like those kind of scents like I do, I still get musk in this for whatever reason. I don't see a musk note. Maybe the praline vanilla, the almond note maybe I pick out. I don't get so much coconut water or pineapple at all in this. Even the cherry, as I said, is so lightly done, but so beautifully done. This is probably my favorite cherry scent that has launched. That's how much I like it, because it's not in your face screaming, hi, I'm a cherry scent, like a lot on the market. This is very, very well done. If you can get your hands on this and you like this kind of scents I do, you're gonna love that scent. Second place spot, I discovered the original fragrance for this one, and I had to mention this in number 2 because I love the original so much. It is Lake and Sky 1111, but they came out with a vanilla version. So if you like vanilla like me, it just adds a touch of vanilla. It's not too different, where I would say you weren't buying both of these though. I love the Lake and Sky 1111 because it's lightly sweet with musky notes, and it's very clean and fresh and wearable for every day. This is signature scent worthy for me. It's non-offensive. It's just so pleasing. This is also unisex, which often I gravitate to because I just love something that my husband could wear, I could wear, and it's just overall pleasing. Any occasion, any time of year, anytime, I would recommend this scent. It is incredible. One of my favorite scents now of all time. I discovered it this year, but they launched the vanilla version of it, which I just have in a little travel ball. And because I love 1111 so much, I had to mention the vanilla version, and it's in my top 2 spot for a reason. But quite frankly, this can fluctuate with my number 1 fragrance right now, just because my number 1 is very signature scent. You can tell what it is, in my opinion. And this is just so easy to wear that you're not going to be picking up individual notes and being like, that smells too sweet, that smells too something. It just smells perfect. So if you want to smell perfect, I think this is a perfect fragrance. It's 1111 by Lake and Sky, and if you like a touch more sweetness, the vanilla option would be for you. But if I were to have to pick, I'd still go original, just in my opinion. I think it's so good, but I'll link both down below. And then for my number 1 fragrance, which I'm sure a lot of you are guessing, I fell so hard for this fragrance. I did a dedicated video on it recently. I bought the travel first, went back for the full size, didn't even wait for a sale or anything, which is very unlike me. I do not just go ahead and buy a fragrance full price often, and I try and limit myself to travels if I'm going to be purchasing. However, I went back for the full size, and this is my number 1 fragrance of the year. It's Kayali's Yum Bougie Marshmallow 81. I didn't care for their other Yum flanker, which was the pistachio one. Didn't care for it at all. It was too soapy. This one is everything I wanted Kayali to ever do in a fragrance. This is what I was hoping for so long. This is something I could see them doing, and they didn't put patchouli in this fragrance, which often they do for their fragrances. I know I go on a rant about that, but I just can't handle patchouli that much. It's like every fragrance they have has a little bit of patchouli, but not this one. So I love it. On the back it says the keynotes are freesia, strawberry, pink marshmallow, creamy coconut, whipped vanilla, and pink musk. For this, I get a sweet vanilla fruity powdery scent. I pick up a ton of the strawberry in the opening, but I love how the middle is, and then I love how the base goes. I don't get too much of the strawberry on the dry down. I get the creamy vanilla muskiness of the dry down with the fruity sweet. This to me is so sweet. So if you don't like a truly sweet scent, I compare this almost to the sweetness level of Love Don't Be Shy from Kilian. That's how sweet this is to my nose, which I love a sweet scent. When I was wearing this the other day, my friend was saying how familiar it smelled, and I told her, she's like, yeah, you always smell like candy, because I love a sweet scent. So smell me, I smell like candy often which brings me to one of the other fragrances I wanted to mention, even though this is my number one. I discovered this year, but it was from, I think this launched last year. It's Fleur's Mood Ring, which also their Fleur Vanilla Skin, if you can get your hands on that, great fragrance. I'm not sure how it would rank in mine, but my friend bought that and now I want it. So I actually haven't purchased it, but I have tried it this year. So good. But Mood Ring is one that I picked up because of the friend of the vanilla skin. And this is sophisticated gummy bears, if you want to smell candy like that. But if I were to pick a sweet fragrance, I would pick Kayali all day, every day, even over Mood Ring. But I did want to mention this one to you just because I did discover it this year. But back to my number one, if you want to smell like a strawberry milkshake, fluffy vanilla marshmallow, this is the perfect fragrance for you. It has this fresh opening that just gets you in, but then dries down to that beautiful musky creaminess. It's everything I've wanted from Kayali, as I said. I've already made a huge dent on this. I cannot stop wearing it. Best perfume of the year. Best perfume from Kayali. It is that good. And that is everything for this year's ranking for 2024 best of fragrance. I hope you guys enjoyed this idea. I did want to separate it from my best of beauty just because fragrance definitely this year, at least for me, needed its own separate video. I love fragrance so much. I hope this video helped you out to some degree, and maybe figuring out what kind of scent you want to try based on if we have similar preferences. This is my ranking, but I would love to know what you tried this year. This is pretty much all the new fragrances I tried this year. I wanted to share with you them all. I found so many new favorites, and I'd love to know, based on kind of my scent preferences, what you would recommend to me, because you guys always recommend the best fragrances. And also, please let me know your favorite fragrance of the year. It could have launched in 2024, or it could have been other fragrances that you found this year, like some of the other ones that I do have. I would love to know what you discovered this year. So thank you so much for clicking on this video, for spending some time with me. If you've not already, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button, the bell to be notified of all my future videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.